Adventure is great, but it wears you out. Adventure spices up life, but humans are not creatures of adventure. Humans are creatures of habit. Therefore, it's only a matter of time before you hit the wall. Whether you live in a car, van, or an RV, if you live full-time on the road with no home base, you will probably hit a wall. What is a wall? Well, the best way to explain it is the greatest athletes in the world have all hit this wall. Michael Jordan had a passion for basketball. He had a talent, he had the ability, he had everything it takes. And he wanted to keep playing. But as he got into his 40s and with the Washington Wizards, his knees, his body wore out. He hit a wall. You can name any famous athlete, you can name anything that has constant movement. It hits a wall where even if you want to physically, you may mentally hit a wall. And even if you want to mentally, you may physically hit a wall. You reach a limit. You reach a limit where you're wore out. Did I reach a limit after 5 years full-time on the road? Yes. I didn't have to get off the road. In some ways, I didn't want to get off the road. But I had got to this place mainly mentally and psychologically, and I guess physically, with a fatigue of constant movement. So I think it's a mix of psychological and physical. That as much as I love the free lifestyle, and not free financially, and not even free in many other ways, but there is something great about living with, I don't know, there's a season for no home base. Okay? But then there's a season for a home base. You hit a wall. Okay. I can only tell you from my experience and from the data. I mean, you look at most nomads that have the ability, that are not destitute, most of them choose to have a home base. Even the most famous on YouTube, they own property even if they're not at it. That's right. From the Bob Wells to the Nomadic Fanatics to anyone you can name. Okay. And it's their business, but I just want to share with you, like, it doesn't matter if someone's at their home base or not. Okay. If they have one, then you have to make a mental note that they're not doing this without that emergency in their mind. They know they have somewhere to go, whether it's a piece of land or a house or whatever. Hitting the road full time is saying that I'm making a calculated decision that I can get to my destination, whether it's to find a new home base, whether it's to relocate to a new area, whether it's whatever you're doing to get your life together, maybe just exploration, that you're calculating you can take that risk before you hit that wall. Because when you hit that wall, whether psychologically, financially, or emotionally, or physically, when you hit that wall and you don't have a home base, then you're going to be desperate. And when you're desperate, usually you get the raw end of the deal financially, emotionally, every way, because you got to take whatever you can get. There's no perfect life, so I can't even tell you that I feel 100% perfect about everything, how my home base played out. It was not easy. And it's still, there's some things that bother me. And still, I spend, most of my time in my car and outdoors. But psychologically and logistically, I have somewhere to go. And that helps. And that has overcome that wall, because now I don't have that pressure anymore after a certain amount of time. So that's the bottom line. I mean, again, I think from my experience and from the studying of data of other people we know, 3 to 5 years full-time on the road with no home base before you hit a wall. For some people, it's less. For some people, it's a little bit more. And again, you always have to make a mental note. There's some people that they have no other choice. If you have no other choice, you're going to do whatever you got to do. Okay? So it's like, that's, I can't put them in that category because, that's, but most people, even the most destitute, have a choice. They can sign up if they have a disability or something, for a social program, for a subsidized apartment, etc. They may not want to go that route, but they have that option. Okay, and yes, there's a waiting list. Yes, it takes time, but you get on the list and you wait. I mean, you're ready where you don't, you're already destitute. So what does it matter? You're not doing something better. So, and I'm not mocking that. I'm saying that sincerely. If you didn't want to be on the road, so in one sense, in a first world country, anyone has an option. It doesn't mean they're great options, but you have options to figure out kind of what you want to do, more or less. So. And but either way, there's a wall from my experience, and it doesn't mean you shouldn't do whatever you plan to do. It's your life, okay? And everyone's different. Everyone has a unique circumstance. This is just my sharing of my experience and my perspective, because I asked myself, did I hit a wall? And the answer is yes, because I remember looking at certain home bases and then walking away from them. And I was like, initially there's relief because I'm not committed, but then there's agony because I don't want to keep going from parking lot to parking lot, or I'm just tired of it, And, that feeling eventually got greater than the feeling of not being committed. So that's the bottom line. Some people lie to you. That's the clear, simple truth. You got to experience life for yourself. Doesn't mean you don't experience your life because of what I'm sharing. It means this is just what me sharing. Okay. Thank you for watching. Click the thumbs up. Share the video. Thank you.